Sounds a little too familiar to a lot of us, doesn't it? You know, I think during that skit, I'm sure some of you felt some pain because of some of the, it's a little bit too real, too close to home. Sometimes, you know, those situations, God truly understands your hurt, truly understands your pain as a father, your pain as a mother. You've got to know this, that as much as it hurts you, it hurts God even more. He hurts even more. So many times as a parent, we want to say, you know, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? What should I have done different? You know, should I have put him in a private school? Should I have, you know, made him read his Bible? Should I have, you know, bought him a dog instead of a cat? If, you know, there's 100 different things, the should-haves, what-ifs. But the bottom line is you cannot beat yourself up as a parent. Because, for one thing, you know, I mean, I know one thing about being a father, and that is I make mistakes. And my kids could verify for that, that I definitely make mistakes. But the one thing that they do know is that I love them. We're going to make mistakes as a parent, so you can't beat yourself up about it. It's very difficult when you start going back and thinking, what could I have done different? How could I have done this a little bit different? The question that you've got to ask yourself now is, how do we reach our prodigals? How do we reach them? How can we get them to come home? And there's 3 biblical thoughts about reaching the prodigal. And the first one is unwavering prayer. This is, in my opinion, vital. So many times I hear people say, you know, well, gosh, I've tried this, I tried that, I did everything I could. I guess all I have left to do is pray. You know, really, I think you get it backwards, because the prayer has got to come first. That's the most powerful thing you can do. That's where the battle's won. Unwavering prayer. Colossians chapter 1, verse 9 through 10 says, "We have not stopped praying for you and asking God to fill you. And we will pray this in order that you may live a life worthy of the Lord and may please Him in every way." This was Paul writing to the church at Colossae, but it is very relevant to us as parents. There's 3 things to pray if you have a prodigal or know a prodigal, and you want to mark these down. You want to pray that God, that they will have the right friends, number 1. That they will have the right friends. Number 2, you want to pray that they will get caught when guilty. And I'm going to tell you something. If your kids know that you're praying that they'll get caught when guilty, I know when I was young, and I don't know that my mom prayed this way for me, but I know I had a feeling in my heart that if I did anything wrong, I was going to be nailed. And it wasn't by my parents. It was just the fact that I knew, you know, I just felt like God was just, I was going to get caught. Because friends could get by with things, but I just knew I couldn't. And I don't know if she prayed that way, but that's definitely how God dealt with me as a kid. You also want to pray that God will do whatever it takes. And this one, I'm telling you now, is a scary one. This prayer right here, if you really mean business. I know I've prayed this for my own life. God, do whatever it takes to put me where you want me. Do whatever it takes in my life. Don't allow me to stray from you. Whatever it takes. That's a scary prayer if you really know what you're praying. But it is vital. Do whatever it takes. You know, as a parent, I know that my parents and my mom prayed for me every single day. Every day. I knew it. There was no question about it as a kid growing up. And I know that that is why I stand here today. God was able to restore. He was able to keep me from a lot of things that other kids got into. And I know it was because I had a praying mom. The second is unending patience. And this is probably the tough one for us. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we what? If we what? Do not give up." Do not give up. Do not give up. I think that is so critical because, so many times as a parent, you want to say, you know what, I just had it. I've had it, I'm done. I mean, I can't take any more of this, I'm just done. God, thankfully, has never done that to us. He keeps on with us every day.